Death exists not as the opposite, but as a part of life. Hello everyone, I am Divya and today I'm going to share a review about a book by Haruki Murakami, that is Norwegian Wood. This book was published in 1987 and frankly I would say that it is a wonderful book to read. I read it in January this year and it took me almost 15 days to finish it. In the starting I was able to read it at a slow pace. The story is a bit monotonous in the starting, but as soon as you get a grip over it and the story comes to an end, you would not be able to put this book down, that I am so sure of. The protagonist of the story reflects back upon his university life where he falls in love with a girl named Naoko. This girl is a very strange one and comes into his life in a very, very strange manner. This story begins with a very sweet, a touch of that strangeness, and at the same time the love is blossomed between two people. That kind of a feeling is what the book begins with. But as you move ahead, as you move on to the story, you will realize that that love was not what he experienced in the beginning, but a very different one. The girl comes into his life but leaves too with a strange feeling, with a strange aura around her. She leaves with no reason, and that is what bothers the author so much, the protagonist so much, that he falls into such a despair that he could not cope up with it. Just as the girl comes into his life, she leaves in a same strange manner. She leaves with no reason and he is shocked and devastated by her leaving. But later, when the story moves on, they reconcile, they come together, but not in the most traditional way, but through the way of letters. They write letters to each other and that is the way they communicate with each other. Other characters also enter the story in between their communication. There's a girl named Midori that comes into the plot and she has a very powerful impact on the protagonist. But the protagonist is not able to cope up with the devastation that he felt while Naoko left him. So because of that agony, that pain that he is carrying inside him, he moves to a place where Naoko is getting treatment for a mental health problem. He realizes that he is truly in love with her and cannot leave her at any cost. But Naoko is so adamant that she wants him to leave because she is not able to give him any kind of commitment, any kind of guarantee of being together in the future, and that is what bothers both of them so much. The story ends with a very unique way, but I'm not gonna tell you about it. For that you would have to read the novel yourself. Talking about my take on the story would be like talking about it in depth. The story moves in a fashion where you would realize that death and life are not so much apart. They are very close in their nature. You would see that how a loved one copes up when somebody from their life dies or separates from them. Another theme of the story that I really like is the mundane things that the author described in such a beautiful manner. Mundane things like walking, sleeping, talking. These are such beautiful incidents that are explained in the story that you would fall in love with these special little things too. Another thing that I really love about the story is that how the communication moves from a digital communication to a physical communication, like in the form of letters. Letters have a very beautiful way of communicating things when you could say things in a fashion that is not so common. You could communicate what you feel, what you wish to transfer to the other person in a way that nobody else does. From this beautiful story of two lovers, I also realized that everyone carries a burden of their past on their shoulders. But some carry it like a badge on their shirt, but some carry it like a scar inside it. So it is upon us, how do we take our past and how do we in fact reflect upon what our past has given us. Is it our mistakes, is it our success, or how everything has unfolded in our life, and how do we reflect upon it and how do we take it into our lives. The last thing about the story which I loved the most is the touch of music into it. Everything in the story has been connected to music in some or the other way. How we connect to music and we connect to other people through music is also very beautifully explained in the story. One tune, one song can be so much relatable to you and your loved one at the same time, and that feeling is so precious that I cannot even get over it till now. So these were the main points that I really loved in this story, and maybe you can connect to them, maybe you cannot, but I guarantee that if you read this book, you would love it. You will love the story, or not, even not in the whole, but in the parts. You will love it in the parts that it unfolds in. I would like to share some of my favorite lines and quotes from this book that I resonated with, and I hope that you also like them. With my eyes closed, I would touch a familiar book and draw its fragrance deep inside me. This was enough to make me happy. The next is, maybe it felt that way because I had thought about it so often, too often, to the point where I had distorted sense of time. Our faces were no more than 10 inches apart, but she was light years away from me. And the last line that I really loved from this book was, when you fall in love, the natural thing to do is to give yourself to it. Thank you so much for sticking till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.